GLAM, Los Angeles.
Hi, Kirby. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to Los Angeles.
If you are listening to this, is Tuesday, November 4th, and I am manifesting that the Dodgers are planning their parade.
Yes.
That is why I'm wearing my Ohtani shirt if you were watching. So we are in a bit of a slump, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm just going to say that.
Putting it out there.
Putting it out there. Okay.
Go LA.
We have lots to cover, Kirby.
There's so much news to cover, and I feel like it all came out at the exact same time. I was just scrolling this morning. It was one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. So we want to get into that. It's a very news-heavy episode, but first there are a few things that we feel are important to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
There is a special election taking place in California today, November 4th. If you've already voted, good on you. But if you haven't, please go vote. If you are standing in line to vote and the voting centers close, stay in line. They cannot make you leave. You can stay in line. If you're in line, you get to vote, but you need to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And this vote is to authorize temporary changes to the congressional district maps in response to Texas's partisan redistricting legislative constitutional amendment.
Yes.
That was a mouthful.
Yes.
But if you haven't been keeping up, Texas redistricted and Gavin Newsom said, oh, hell no, we're not going to let this slide.
Mm-hmm.
So the big guns over here in California, we're also going to redistrict so that we can have a fair and balanced election.
Yep.
This would be through 2030. So it's not a permanent change. And Sarah and I will be voting yes on Prop 50. If you want to support the redistricting in order to make sure we have a fair and balanced election as it should be in this country, because the man who shall not be named has just decided to cause more chaos than he initially did. Go ahead and vote yes on Prop 50. That's how we'll be voting.
Please.
And then I think the most important thing here that we want to talk about is there are 42 million Americans who have lost SNAP benefits due to the government shutdown. Every human being deserves to eat and to feed their children. SNAP participants receive only $187 a month in benefits or food stamps. And because of the government shutdown, they are not receiving those funds on their SNAP benefit cards. It's important to note that 39% of these people that benefit from SNAP or WIC are children, 20% are elderly, and 10% are non-elderly individuals with a disability.
I think it's like 1 in 5 children, right?
Yes. I don't care what side of the party line you are on. Everyone deserves food. And I saw a TikTok that I thought needed to be shared. There was a guy who posted, and it was a quote, and they were like, people should have to take drug tests to get food stamps. And he responded and said, I think when I was at the height of my addiction, I still deserve to eat. And that's exactly right. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what you do, you deserve the human right to eat food. And it's unconscionable that our government is still shut down and this is being allowed.
And food from these people.
That some of the legislation that they've tried to put in place to allow SNAP benefits to be funded, that they've shot it down.
Right.
Unconscionable.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
So here's how you can help. Contact your local food bank and ask what they need. Sometimes they may be like, oh, okay, we got enough canned food.
Right. But actually,
we need tampons.
Right. But I did hear yesterday on the news that canned goods like ran out so quickly or have been running out so quickly. So yes, this is a really good point though. Like call your local food bank and see what they need. I was listening to, and they were saying how like if one food bank is like, has run out of food, there's a really good chance that like the next one is also run out. So it is so important to be supporting them right now.
Yep. Also, look up mutual aid groups at Mutual Aid Hub and local community fridges at Fridge Finder to help provide for them. And then you can do this thing called Grocery Buddy. This is kind of like a grassroots social media thing that I think is really kind, but you can get on your local community site. I know like certain neighborhoods have sites that they partake in. There's Nextdoor as well. You can post and say, hey, if you need a grocery buddy, I'm willing to go with you to the grocery store or help fund your next grocery run. Please private message me. You can keep it completely behind the scenes. You don't have to publicly announce that you are in need of these benefits. But I think for me, I talk to people and they think they don't know people that are on these benefits. And chances are there are way more people in your life that are benefiting from SNAP or WIC than you can even imagine.
100%.
There were a lot of people I saw on social media talking about how they're skipping meals in order to make sure that their kids have something to eat. And they work full-time jobs, multiple. So, and they have a nice, presumably nice looking car as well. A lot of people in this country are struggling. Please do your part and try to help. Sarah and I are talking right now about how we can best help in terms of donations and making sure that we can provide something to our local food banks and community fridges as well. But beauty is political. If you've been listening long enough, you know that. You know, we don't like to get too into it because we try to like make this an escape for people. But these are two very important things, Prop 50 and these SNAP benefits that we wanted to make sure that all of you, especially if you live in Los Angeles, are aware of.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's get into the news.
Oh my God, there's just so much.
There's just a lot. There's just a lot. Can I please talk about the product placement and nobody wants this?
Oh my gosh. It is egregious this season.
It is so blatant and obvious. And that is what is getting people riled up.
Yes.
Because there are different ways to do product placement.
100%. Product placement has existed
Forever.
since the beginning of time.
One very popular product placement, American Idol in its heyday, sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yep.
So not only did you get the ads as commercials, but all of the judges had a big fat Coke on their judging desk. And they didn't mention I'm drinking my Coke. They just had the Coke there. It maybe wasn't even Coke in their cup. It was maybe a water.
Exactly.
But Coke had branding there. I'm not sure if this is actually product placement, but it was a very good moment for this brand. In the original Scream, when Casey Becker, Drew Barrymore, opens up the film, she's cooking Jiffy Pop on the stove.
Yep.
I had never seen popcorn cooked that way. I was begging my mom to take me to the store to get a Jiffy Pop and figure out the exact
So that you
way
get killed?
so that I could. I mean, I love horror movies. I love Drew Barrymore as well. But 10 years old wanted that on the stove Jiffy Pop. And
the best ones are the ones that you don't even realize are influencing you.
Yes.
That's the best work of product placement.
Yes. I don't know if that Jiffy Pop was an actual product placement, but that's an example that pops out to me that really worked in its favor, even if it wasn't.
Totally.
I have to imagine Mentos in Clueless was a product placement.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to one of your friends, Sarah, who is a television writer.
Yep.
And she explained to me this product placement process, which kind of illuminated the story that I had written for my Substack. So I was kind of like, this product placement is sinful. I've watched 2 episodes, and within the first 30 seconds of the first episode of Nobody Wants This, Kristen Bell is holding
the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair.
Yes.
But she's also applying it over makeup.
She applies it over makeup in episode 5.
Which I haven't gotten there yet, but I saw, because everyone is talking about this.
She goes into a bathroom that's not hers, sees it. I think she sees it. I can't remember because I was like doing other things.
Yeah.
She either sees it or brings it with her and then puts it on her face over makeup.
Also, she is the ambassador for Estee Lauder. She's the face of this product when it launched, I think maybe
earlier this year.
Yes, earlier this year.
I mean, but it's like, it's been around.
It's
like
been,
this
no,
is
of course.
But when they reinvigorated it with this campaign, she was the face of it.
Yes, yes.
There's also a Spindrift moment. Kristen Bell, ambassador. There is
Airbnb. That was the worst one to me. I really cringed.
Welcome
at
to
that.
your Airbnb experience at Mozza. I want to murder.
Yeah.
I feel horrible for whoever had to write that into the script. Like,
also, why? Why do you need to do that? Why do you need to take?
Because there was a Netflix Airbnb partnership.
Oh my God.
So what was
Dunkin' Donuts?
The Dunkin' Donuts kills me.
Because
nobody goes to Dunkin'.
Kristen Bell, her character, they're not going to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sorry.
They're based off the Foster sisters. I'm sorry, Sarah and Aaron Foster. Be so for real.
Yeah.
Y'all have never been to a Dunkin' Donuts, especially one in Los Angeles.
You're going to Community Goods. You're making your coffee at home. You are not going to Dunkin' Donuts. You're not eating a donut.
Starbucks would have been more believable.
Yeah.
Truly. And if you really wanted donuts, Winchells or Sidecar.
Yeah. The only product placement I think that I thought was really cute, but I didn't really feel like it was product placement because it was merch, was the Fly by Jing when Kristen Bell is wearing the sweatshirt or the shirt and she's talking to Adam Brody. That because it wasn't the noodles, it wasn't the chili, oil, it was just the merch. And then you're like, oh, Fly by Jing. And some people might be like, what is that? That to me was fine.
Yes. So speaking to your friend, who I'm not naming for obvious reasons, but I made her explain this to me. Because Sarah and I know a lot about product placement and working with brands and client-funded content.
But it's very obviously saying like sponsored by, brought to you by.
Yes, it's very different. And I've always wondered about this for television and film. And what she said was she felt that Fly by Jing and also the Jennifer Meyer mention was probably just a creative decision.
Okay.
Which makes sense to me.
Yeah, because Sarah's good friends with, they're good friends with Jen Meyer,
Yes.
And if you live in LA, like all of the women wear Jen Meyer jewelry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, LA loves Fly by Jing.
Right.
You introduced me to it.
Yeah, it's just,
When she came out wearing it, I was like, I want that.
Yeah, right? It was cute.
So that was a really effective use of like promotion, but that was not paid for.
Yeah.
We don't think.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think Jen Meyer and Fly by Jing have the studio budgets needed to be able to integrate into something like this.
Yeah.
But what was explained to me is that there are different tiers. So if you see a product in the label, but it's not even acknowledged, that's, a certain price point.
Okay.
If the character is holding it and doing something with it and it gets prominent placement, that's another tier. And then if it's like, I love my Jennifer Meyer or my Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, if they say the name of whatever, that's like the gold standard.
Yes.
So in my opinion, I kept thinking, I don't think Fly by Jing, even though I love Fly by Jing and they're very successful, I don't think that they're capable to be paying the amount of money they would need to get that type of placement in a Netflix show.
You're right. And actually, I do think Jing made a reel or a TikTok about it. I need to go back and watch it. So let's check on that. But the way that she was talking about it, promoting on her Instagram, didn't feel like it was like
product placement. But the advanced night repair.
Oh my God.
I think it works against them unless it's truly just a brand awareness play. But you can see Kristen Bell. It's like when I worked at Pop Sugar, I was taught this is how you hold a product for these product shots so that you don't cover the label. And this is how you twist it. And this is how you lift it. The shot where she's on FaceTime. And it's just the phone and the product.
Yeah.
That looks like a 30-second spot that should be airing on Bravo.
Yes.
It was egregious.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, everybody picked it up. I was laughing because I posted my story and then the New York Times came out with a very similar one. And we had almost identical headlines. Like nobody wants this product placement. And someone was like, wow, looks like the New York Times ripped your story. And I was like, babe, this is a cultural conversation. Everybody's talking about this. And it's like a very obvious headline.
Totally.
But I don't know. And then the other thing that I learned was that, these brands, they basically send pitches or briefs to these studios. And then it's up to the showrunner to be like, okay, this is how much we want.
Who is making the money off of it?
It goes directly into the budget of the show.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, they needed more money so they could book Leighton Meester.
Yeah.
Or they want to have that Selena Gomez song or that Taylor Swift needle drop or whatever it is.
Which they have an incredible, and the music on the show is amazing. And I'm always like, how can they afford to use all this song?
I will say, I think the music first season was way better.
Okay. I haven't finished
liked that
watching.
It wasn't just like in your face, like notable pop songs.
Yeah.
I loved that it was Francis and the Lights.
Yeah.
Like that Francis and the Lights moment from season
it was
one.
very memorable. And you'll connect to that moment.
Yes, but just on a creative note, I gotta say, Noah is giving me the ick because I haven't finished it yet.
No, I haven't. I also am really annoyed by the sisters' relationship.
No, they piss me off.
I'm like, are you guys not friends?
No,
it's like, why are you not rooting for each other? It's really weird.
It does feel like Aaron and Sarah, honestly.
Maybe
it feels like Aaron and Sarah.
And maybe that's true, but I just was like, at this point, I don't even know why you guys are talking to each other because you seem like you're enemies for real. It's absolutely like too much. It's too much.
Yeah, Joanne is pissing me off and Noah is giving me the ick. The only people I'm really rooting for are Esther and Sasha.
Oh my God, Sasha's my favorite.
Yeah, if I were on that show, my man would be Sasha.
He's
I love Sasha.
He's
tall and goofy and funny and like clearly terrified of Esther.
Yes.
But still like loves her.
Right.
So help me God, I haven't finished it yet. If he does something with Morgan, I will
please don't tell me either.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
don't tell me.
I will riot.
You know who would be a good person to talk to too is Caroline Rogers. She also works on like product placement for beauty products because she'd be like, oh, in this episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which you're like, Curb Your Enthusiasm, in the bathroom, there was like Outset products.
Oh, we
Yeah.
need to talk to her.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah. But I'm just, so clearly though, Kristen Bell is getting paid for,
I'm sure.
right? She has to. It's
It goes
probably
into
part
the
of her
budget.
contract.
She probably got it in. She got a finder's fee for
Yeah.
it, like whatever. But it all goes to that studio budget.
Got
so it
it.
helps with paying actors more. It helps with getting guest stars, the music, all of the things.
We're doing too much, guys. It's not working. It's not effective. I don't think it's effective. Maybe it is because we're talking about it.
Yes, but like but this is the other thing. When I see people talking about the advanced night repair moments, which were just truly so
Yeah.
obvious, it made me
Yeah.
sick. People are like, why is Joanne using advanced night repair? Isn't that for like old women?
Oh God, that makes me mad too. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, here we go. So anyways, it's real bad. It's real bad. It's like taking me out of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
sold every day, all day. And
Yeah.
we even do it on this podcast.
Of course,
But, so
yes.
like, we're not, above it, but like television is different. And someone else brought up a great point. Why are they allowed to like not disclose it? And
Yes, that's what I'm
influencers have
saying.
to. I guess it's because
Influencers editorial, when we're on this podcast, we have to say it.
yeah, there needs to be. I mean, I feel like if
Maybe
there were
it's like
more
in-
disclosures,
Is it in the credits or something?
Imagine Kristen Bell drinking a Spindrift and then across the screen it's like
I know that would be the end of times.
I think but that's a valid point. And now I'm kind of like, okay, is there a workaround for us content creators where we're like, okay,
Yeah.
we won't even mention the product, but it's just everywhere in
there.
our content?
Yeah, let's go.
We got to. I would love to figure out a way to like not have to be like, and
let's
brought
go.
to you by. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Hold on, I have to take a phone call.
I almost considered wearing like a branded beauty shirt today to be like, don't know what y'all are talking about. Anyways,
your
love
Lulu-
Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray's great.
Love your Lululemon hat.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was an important piece in cultural news
Yep.
that I felt was important to chat about. Okay, we got this question in our Slack channel, and so I looked into it. Ulta launched a marketplace this month. There was a question in our Slack channel about how Ulta was able to bring all of these new brands in. Like it was just every day there was a new brand being featured either at Ulta or the Ulta website, the Ulta app. And someone was like, oh, it kind of seems like what Amazon does or what Walmart does. And Amazon, as you know, brands can be on there and they're verified.
Yeah.
But then there's third-party sellers.
Right.
And that's why there's a lot of confusion around like,
Well,
you know-
Target does it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Walmart.
And
Target.
so, yeah, Walmart and Target as well. And that's why we did that episode to be like, this is how you can tell
Yes.
what's verified on Amazon and what they're doing to kind of help with counterfeits and things like that. So this Ulta marketplace is different than Amazon, Walmart, or Target because they curate the brands that are available on their site and app, and they have to be invited. So no third-party sellers are allowed. It's not like anybody can apply and then just be able to be distributed on Ulta's marketplace. It's an invite-only platform. And I thought it was interesting because you can use your Ulta points on those purchases as well. And for some of them, they can even be returned, which I think is a big upside to that. But Ulta wants to compete with
They have to.
these other platforms.
Yeah.
And it makes me think that perhaps Ulta does not see Sephora as their biggest competitor anymore.
Totally. They're seeing Amazon.
Yes, Amazon for sure. It kind of, at first when I heard about this, I was like, oh, is this like when Walmart, do you remember I told you that story about how I got an email from the Tom Ford team back in the day at Pop Sugar when they were like,
Why
y'all
are you linking to
absolutely
Walmart? Yes.
have to take this out of this branded sponsored post from Walmart, because it was like a post that somebody on the e-commerce team wrote that was like 16 luxury brands you can buy at Walmart.
Yeah.
And Tom Ford, I'm like,
over
from a
Tom
third-
Ford's dead body.
Yeah, right. And also, like, what? Like, did none of you consult editorial about this? This is crazy.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, oh God, is it one of those situations? It's not.
Okay.
It's not. Ulta
It's
specifically.
much more legit.
Yeah. They vet the brands and then they are invited based off of how they think they'll work on the site.
And then shopping wise, does it look the same?
I actually don't know. I didn't have time to really dive in.
Have they launched it? They launched it.
Yes, I believe
Okay.
it's launched. So if you go on, you'll see a ton of K-beauty brands.
Oh.
And that's kind of where the conversation got
question
started
is,
in our
okay.
Slack. Yes.
Okay.
So I feel like you can feel safe shopping from the Ulta marketplace.
Yes.
These products may not be available in your stores,
Right.
but they are available through the app and on their website.
That would be a great question for Michelle Lee, because I do know that Ulta went really, really hard on K-Beauty.
Oh yeah. They want to be like the K-Beauty site and retailer.
Totally.
All right. This is big news. LVMH, parent company to Fenty Beauty, reportedly looking to sell their share of it. So if you don't know, Rihanna and LVMH launched Fenty Beauty in 2017 and both respectively own half. LVMH wants to sell their portion. So Business of Fashion is reporting that LVMH wants to sell their stake according to sources that told Reuters. Okay. So through the grapevine. And it says that the company is working with investment bank Evercore on the sale, 3 people said. All 4 asked not to be identified because the process is confidential. There was a story about how Fenty has kind of lost its luster over the years. Now that we have an influx of like these major celebrity beauty brands coming into play, that they used to really set the tone. But recently they seem to have been following suit. So for example, they launched body care and Ulta Beauty.
Right.
It was also
hair. Right.
Well, hair last year. Yeah.
But hair last year and then body. Okay, what you're
I
saying.
think like a month ago, body care.
Yes.
But that they were reportedly valued at, I think like 2 to 3 billion. And now they're reportedly at like 1 to 2 billion.
Yes.
So they've taken a little cut on that. But I mean, it doesn't sound like they're lacking in sales. It says Fenty Beauty, which generated around $450 million of net sales in 2024, could be valued at somewhere between 1 billion to 2 billion, 2 of the people said. That's all that's really stated in this Business of Fashion story. And I think that for me, the big question is if they sell, if LVMH sells their portion of Fenty Beauty, what happens to Kendo? Kendo is their incubator. Kendo is a part of Sephora. And the only brands that Kendo currently has are Fenty Beauty, Ulla Henriksen, and Lip Lab, which is an offshoot of Bite, which has shuttered. And this used to be a very vivacious brand incubator. It had hot brands like Marc Jacobs Beauty and Bite and Kat Von D. And now it's just these 3. So without Fenty, it's just Ulla and Lip Lab. And Ulla was acquired by LVMH in 2011. So are they also seeking to sell that brand off as well?
Interesting.
And will Kendo ultimately just shutter altogether? I don't know.
Wow, that's so sad.
I just don't get it. Like, I get that there's a lot to compete with when it comes to celebrity beauty, and maybe they're looking to invigorate the brand.
I think so, because I think at this point, it's like, this is about the long game. Like, I think that Rihanna and Fenty, they are like household names now.
Totally.
And that is the hope for every celebrity beauty brand that launches or has launched in the last 5 years.
Yep.
And I think that even though maybe they're not as shiny and new as the others and they're not launching new products like every month, I think that's a good thing. But I do think they need to figure out their strategy for the long run if they want to be a legacy brand.
Yeah, because I mean, I think they're at 8 years and people often tell us, once a brand gets closer to like a decade, it can be a harder sell.
Yeah.
And which is kind of funny to me because I'm like, well, don't you want to know that a brand is,
yeah. Like
those numbers at year 8 are really great.
Totally. And I do think like what we have seen recently with all these like very baby brands being acquired is like that's unusual.
Totally. I think the thing that I would be careful of if I were is making sure you're not getting sold to a company that's going to destroy.
Yeah, that doesn't know what they're doing.
Because some of these legacy conglomerates have really just killed a bunch of brands that were incredible.
Yep.
So
I don't see her.
Where does she go?
Letting that happen, but she does have so much on her plate. So, but she has a great team. And
maybe she just takes it over and then she's like, surprise, bitch.
Yeah.
Thought you saw the last of me. I'm going to own the whole thing.
I would love that.
I would actually love that for her and see what she has to do. I mean, people see as a business
I know,
owner
not
over
even a
singer
musician
now.
anymore.
I heard
Totally.
Ponda Replay recently. I'm like, oh my God, this song is like 15
What a different
years
era.
old.
I
Yeah,
know.
like this is crazy.
I do miss
having
Rihanna
some bangers
performing.
to shake my ass too, Reese.
Yeah, I
so
know.
if you want to like,
I was like, I would love to see her at the Sphere.
oh my God. Can you imagine everyone would be smoking a blunt?
I would love that.
God,
Count
I
me
do.
in.
I love Rihanna. I'm sorry. I
Count
do.
me
And I
in.
love her products. I
I think she'll be fine, but I do think
I'm not worried about them being fine. I'm actually more like
What's
LVMH.
gonna happen to Kendo?
Yeah. Like Kendo. Like
Yeah.
this is bad news bears for you guys.
yeah.
Yikes.
Who was talking? The lovely Stranger Things makeup artist, or sorry, hairstylist.
Sarah Hinsgall?
Yeah. Who was she with? Was she with the makeup artist or just her friend?
I think she was just with one of her friends.
But they were talking to Shiva about Lila Henriksen
Uh-huh.
and how he is literally like the most famous person from.
Where they're from?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, he has like a biopic coming out.
Yes. He is like royalty there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
That's actually hysterical.
I love
I did
that
not
man.
realize that.
Yeah.
I love that for Ula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. MAC is coming to Sephora.
Hallelujah. Big Black Lash with my Sephora points.
But what is it going to look like?
Oh my God,
What is
I
it
don't
gonna
know.
look like? Someone in the comments, they were like, is this a recession indicator?
You know what? I have no real insight to this,
Yeah.
except it would be bomb if MAC just took over where you can get your makeup done.
Oh.
Say, fuck it. Say, this is MAC branded. If you want your makeup done, it's all MAC.
Yeah. And it's already black.
Yeah.
It already is on brand.
And I only really trust a MAC person to be doing my makeup.
Well, that's what some of the comments were saying. Like they were like, MAC is all about artistry. The people who are selling the makeup, they are trained. Like they can do your makeup, they can talk about the product, and then not to, for lack of a better term, shit on the Sephora employees, cast members, but it's not the same level.
Yes.
And so that's what some people were worried about.
Yeah. I think that if MAC, maybe they're going to do this. I don't know. I was trying to read into it. I couldn't really find much more information except that MAC is going into select Sephoras. They want to broaden their reach. They're on a high this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly being talked about, like whether good or bad.
Yeah.
They have interesting faces. They have new launches. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that this is what, remember, like, was it earlier this year? I was like, is MAC coming to Sephora?
Yeah. I mean, you're a little fortune teller here.
But they were already in Sephora Canada.
Yeah, right.
Like that was what we originally saw.
Right. That is so interesting. Maybe it's going to be like a Costco situation where they have like the associates, like the experts. So they'll have the MAC artists like working at the Sephora in the select locations.
Interesting. Interesting.
I love that I'm referring to Costco.
Yeah, same. I love that that was a reference for you.
Okay.
Ulta back with another Ulta piece of news. There is an Ulta clean beauty lawsuit.
What do you know?
What do you know? Shocking. Okay.
Is it the same person that sued Sephora?
Basically.
Is it?
No, it's not.
okay.
It's not. I mean, it could be. I'm not
be.
sure. I didn't double check. But so here's the deal. If you recall, the Sephora clean lawsuit was thrown out by the judge because it had no merit.
Yep.
And that was because that person claimed that they bought the product and then the product had ingredients in it that they didn't feel were clean, but they didn't check the website or any of the indications that Sephora gives you of what they consider clean or not. Okay. So it was a stupid lawsuit, and some lawyer thought he was going to get his day in court, and he didn't. Okay. And I guarantee you it was a man. This is also probably being brought on by a man. And as we very much express all the time on this podcast, just because there's a class action lawsuit does not verify anything.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of people got on board and want money. And they may have a case, but they also very well may not. So this one is under the Conscious Beauty banner. This person claims that under that banner, they say that they do not include certain ingredients on the made without list. Okay. But she bought products that had ingredients in them that were on the made without list. Are you following?
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, sort of. I'm reading it as you read.
Okay. Because it took me a minute to wrap my head around this. However, what this person that's leading the charge on it maybe is choosing to actively be ignorant about is that there are 5 pillars of conscious beauty at Ulta. Okay. So when you say conscious beauty at Ulta, it's not just that the products are clean.
Right.
It means the products could be clean, but they could also just be cruelty-free. They could also just be vegan or just be sustainable or just be a brand that gives back. Ulta does have a list on their website of brands that fall under all 5 of those pillars.
But not all brands fall under every single one.
Correct, Sarah. You got it.
Thank
and
you.
that's not what this woman is getting. So she probably picked up a product that said conscious beauty and it was probably sustainable packaging or vegan.
And she thought it
and
checked all the
then she goes and
boxes.
checks and sees the made without list and says, what the hell? This ingredient was on the made without list and it's in this product.
Yeah.
But that was not considered a clean product at Ulta Beauty.
Okay. This woman has no case. This man or woman, these people.
Take it to the courts, Ulta. We're here. We're
You could clip this,
clip it.
use it.
Clip it and put it in court.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty much common sense.
Right. I think we just figured it out.
I think we did. We're geniuses, actually. Take us to court. I want to be in the
Kirby's
courtroom.
court.
I would love
Kirby's
to be in
court.
a really cute, like, blazer
totally.
skirt moment.
Yeah.
Maybe a Gail Weathers suit.
I love that. Or upcoming Kim Kardashian looks.
Johnson and Tan. We do what we can. Look in the camera. Johnson and Tan.
We do what we can.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. I love that we just solved that, basically.
Yep.
I mean,
You're welcome.
You're
Ulta.
welcome, Ulta.
Saved
Okay.
you thousands of dollars.
All right. And I think this is also a big one. So last week, the FDA, or maybe 2 weeks ago at this point, the FDA released an RF microneedling communication. And a communication is simply just like a press release informing people that there could be issues with RF microneedling. When Dr. Amir Karam, hello, Dr. Karam. We love you so much.
Do our faces.
Oh, we do love Dr. Karam because he's incredibly intelligent and
He's been making the rounds. He's been doing like all the podcasts.
he's so handsome. We had him first. We had him first. Just
Yes,
saying.
you did. Kirby's watched him
Listen.
open up a face.
He is our number one. We were number one for him. Don't get it twisted. Okay. But he warned of the potential risks of RF microneedling. And he put it on his I would never do this list.
Yeah.
Reason being, RF microneedling, the way it works is that there's heat that penetrates deep into the dermis
Yep.
to help stimulate things like collagen and all of that stuff. But there are devices in which you can't tell how deep you're going.
Yeah.
And so instead of kind of like regenerating things, you're actually depleting very important fat that you need in your face for volume.
Yeah.
And so that was his point of view. He also said that there are technicians who don't know what they're doing, administering this, and they could potentially burn you because of that. And this has gotten really rampant in the aesthetic community. So I guess the FDA was like, maybe we should say something. So I read the communication and it warns of potential risks of getting the treatment, including fat loss, which, you know, not the end of the world, but like still something you should know. And also the potential for burns, scarring, disfigurement, and even nerve damage.
Yikes.
This is really, those last ones, I think are a result of technician error
Yeah.
and people not being advanced enough to understand how these devices work. But at the same time, there could be devices where it's almost, if not totally impossible to see how deep you're going.
Yeah.
This is a medical device, in case y'all aren't aware. It's used for cosmetic benefit, but it's still a medical device.
Yeah.
So
This is why it's so important. We say this every time. You need to trust who you are going to.
yes, you really need to make sure that you are 150% confident. This is something where I would start by going to a provider if they have this in office. You discuss it with them.
But not for that treatment
You're
at
n-
first.
right.
Yes.
You're going maybe to try a little boba, which will wear off.
Yeah. Getting a facial or something.
A facial, yes. Even just a consult.
Yes,
And
yes.
someone that you've been to see that you trust their work, you trust their work in your face, injectables wise, whatever.
Ask how long they've been using this device.
Yes. Also, maybe this person will be like, I would never do RF microneedling on you, period. Maybe this is better. Maybe a peel is better. Maybe just regular microneedling. Maybe you need a facelift. Like there are so many other things.
Sorry, microneedling is not going to help you. You need a facelift.
But I would rather someone be real.
Right. Yeah.
So
Devastating.
that's why you truly just need to be confident in your provider.
Yeah.
And you need to ask them, how often are you administering this treatment?
Yes.
If it's been like, oh, we got this a year ago.
Right, no.
Sorry, Charlie, it's not happening.
No.
This needs to be like 5 years or
Yes.
more.
They're like, I
endless
do this
treatments.
10 times a day.
Yeah. And also like ask questions like,
Yes.
have you heard of other versions of this?
Right.
If they haven't and they're stumbling, this person
Right.
does not know enough about RF microneedling.
Bring up this communication.
Right.
What are your thoughts on this?
Right. Exactly. You need somebody that actually knows about the treatment and not just the device.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times these companies that sell these devices, they come in, they sell the device to these people, and then these people upcharge in order to pay off the large expense for having the device.
Right.
And
And
they're just trying to get you through and get you to buy it.
And like maybe the person that bought it did the training, but like, did the other people do the training?
Right.
Or did they just train them like
They just trained the person
really quickly?
Right.
You just never know.
Exactly.
You never
So
know.
you really need somebody that understands like what is radio frequency. Oh, by the way, I don't think we said it out loud. RF is radio frequency. Radio frequency. Do they understand microneedling? And also maybe they look at some before and afters on their page.
Yeah. And again, like maybe you don't need it.
I
Maybe
just
you
would
don't
not be
need
getting
it.
this from anybody that's
Not a doctor.
right. Anybody that's not licensed. I don't think I would be one.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to get this
Which,
treatment.
are you even allowed to use it if you're not? In California, you certainly aren't, I don't think.
I think that
Can you be an RN?
God, there's like a whole.
I know.
It's a whole thing because it's like you have
Just
to
ask, be like, are
you
you
could
licensed to use this?
You could be in a doctor's office, but
Right.
not be a doctor.
Right.
There's so many elements to it.
I'm always like, can I see the doctor?
See the
Can I
doctor.
please see the doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. We didn't even talk about the Neutrogena wipes. There's just too much news.
Yeah, but they've done a good job, I think,
Yeah.
of like being like, are your wipes? I was like, I never have to worry about this.
Yeah.
I haven't used a makeup wipe in
Yeah.
God knows how long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Neutrogena makeup wipes are being recalled for a bacterial
Yeah.
infection you could potentially get.
Yeah.
But they've been very I've been seeing
Right.
on their Instagram, like,
Yeah.
this is how you know.
You're right. Right.
Look at this batch number, whatever.
Totally.
And I
Yeah.
didn't look into it. Do we know why?
No, I don't. I didn't look into it either.
I know there was just too much other shit going on. I was like, another day, another bacterial infection.
We had too many costumes to put on last week.
We did. Also, I wanted to data girl you on the top search treatments, which I found to be really interesting. I got this email being like, these are the top search beauty treatments.
Oh, wait, I think I saw it.
Don't look at it because I'm going to quiz you next time.
Okay.
But I looked into how they figured it out and I was like, oh, this is actually legit.
Okay, great. We'll do that next time.
Okay. So
Stay tuned.
let us know what you think of all of these Los Angeles communications and go watch Nobody Wants This and tell us how you would have integrated a brand into it.
Or take a shot every time there's a very obvious product placement. Shot of water is fine, but I don't want to get anyone in trouble. If you were to take a shot of alcohol, you might be on your ass at the end of the episode.